Travelin' Trav's Trans-Rational Blues, Labor and the Expression of Worth. This is Delbert Anderson. He and his people have been on a long walk. This is just one of Delbert Anderson's most recent projects. It's called The Long Walk. The tempo of this piece of music is so incredibly slow that it's going to take us 1,674 days to play the entire piece. And we're playing it together. In 1863, during the United States Civil War, most of the Union forces were dedicated to fighting the South. There were, however, other operations being carried out. Instructed by the god of manifest destiny, Union soldiers burned the homes of the Dene people, killed their livestock, destroyed their crops, and forced them to march from their homes to the Bosque Redondo, which is located here in what we call Fort Sumner, New Mexico. Many died. The Navajo have another name for the Bosque Redondo, Hwéeldi, excuse my pronunciation, a place of suffering. The water here at this place of suffering is so salty that when it evaporates, it leaves this white film. It actually tastes like salt. I tasted it. 1,674 days represents the time from the first surrenders of the Navajo to the Union soldiers, all the way to the signing of the Bosque Redondo Treaty of 1868. This is what Anderson says about the piece. He says, "I hope those performing the piece are inspired to continue with their respective instruments. Creating awareness is very important to the history of the Long Walk and the Navajo. By existing and performing the Long Walk in a space, you attack colonization practices of the U.S. government and military. Your stand for the Long Walk will honor those who endured and lost their lives. Your performance honors our Dene people forever. Thank you." Sometimes you've just got to say something. So if it's got to be said, state the simple truth.
You can sing this. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? When you can't breathe the air and you can't drink the water, and there's no one left alive to persecute or slaughter. Oh, hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when it's all gone? I said, you gotta say something. Can't just like, no.
What I call Empire Christianity did its best to squash all the nymphs in the forest and defile the nature temples. Empire Christianity brought us manifest destiny. Industrial Revolution Jesus, brought to you by the feudal system and post-activism consumers just like you and me, this particular manifestation of consciousness that I call Trav. Travelin' Trav's Trans-Rational Blues, Labor and the Expression of Worth. Please go check out Delbert Anderson's music. I got to hear him play over a year ago in Portales, and I was beside myself with joy in listening to this man blow on that horn and the trio that he was with also just, yeah, they're making some music, you know. He's a conservative, he's a liberal, you know. He's reaching back to the past, he's conserving the wisdom of those sacred intervals and the pentatonics, and, you know, and he's liberating us. Delbert is not just a musician, he's involved in his community, and he is taking care of his people, and I'm just so proud to know this brother. And go, go, go. Let's do this together. Come on. Simple truth. Together, we are transcending. We are rising above our roles as oppressors and oppressed, victims and victimizers. We cannot be stuck in these roles anymore. And through cathartic musical expression, we may together transcend. Einstein said that we're not going to solve any of our world's problems from the paradigm in which they were created. Together, you and I are discovering our common work. Please say this prayer with us. Play with us. Tomorrow night at 7:30 Mountain Time is when the next note is scheduled. So I hope that you will join Delbert and all the others out there. I would love to hear from you, whoever you are. It's great to make this connection. I'm so grateful to be a part, and I'm so grateful to be sharing my vision with you, and I'm so grateful when I can see your vision too, and when I can align myself with an effort that, you know, that is also part of my vision. That is beautiful.
So many sights to see.
We got to pray for the children. Ooh, how the mother's blues. Some things I learned had a little bit of attitude.
What you gonna do?
But what you gonna do? You know?